In Million Dollar Baby, during a boxing match, one background extra in the crowd completely overreacts to a single punch. While everyone else stays fairly normal, he flails his arms and jerks his whole body like he felt the hit himself. It's over the top and totally unnecessary, but that's what makes it stand out. In Das Boot, during a storm scene, Jan Fedder lost his footing and was actually swept off the submarine set. Another actor shouted, "Man overboard!" in character, and the director thought it was great improvisation and kept filming, until he realized it was real and Fedder had to be hospitalized. In Dungeons & Dragons, one background extra pretends to eat a grape, but never actually takes a bite. She might have gotten away with it, but then she goes in for a second fake nibble, making it way more obvious. In The Godfather Part 2, when Vito Corleone is talking to the landlord about letting a woman stay, a passing extra suddenly stops to shake his hand. It wasn't planned, but Robert De Niro liked it. Even the actor playing Don Roberto briefly glances at him, almost as if he's wondering who Vito really is, and just how important he must be in the neighborhood. In While You Were Sleeping, a paperboy suddenly loses control of his bike and crashes mid-ride. It's a quick, random moment, but it ends up being one of the funniest parts of the movie. In Baywatch, during a dramatic beach run, a kid in the background suddenly pulls down his swim trunks and moons everyone. It's quick and easy to miss, but somehow it made it into the final episode. In Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, during Christine's wedding scene, a woman sitting behind Doctor Strange ends up stealing the moment for the wrong reason. Instead of reacting naturally, she just lets her eyes wander all over the place, like she's unsure where to look as long as it's not the camera. In Jurassic World, during the chaos of the pterosaur attack, people are running in every direction trying to escape. But one man calmly runs through the panic, holding 2 margaritas, carefully protecting them like they're the most important thing there. That moment became a fan favorite, and the guy is actually Jimmy Buffett, who made a cameo in the scene. In The Abyss, a crowd stands on the beach waiting for a massive tidal wave. But one guy in the background is busy pulling down his friend's pants instead of reacting to the danger. One of my favorite examples is from Quantum of Solace. An extra behind Bond is sweeping without actually touching the ground, like he's never used a broom before. It's probably for sound reasons, but it looks so obvious it's funny. In Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, during the dance sequence, Marilyn Monroe was supposed to stay safely at the edge of a pool, but in the middle of the routine, dancer Ed Fury accidentally hit her with his foot and sent her straight into the water. Came up coughing and clearly shocked. Director Howard Hawks loved how real the moment felt, so he kept that take in the final film. In Made in Manhattan, one extra completely stood out for all the wrong reasons. In the background, a bald guy can be seen overacting, constantly adjusting his tie like he's overheating, then later just staring upward for no clear reason. The director only noticed it after filming had wrapped, so they couldn't reshoot and had to keep it in. In The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, during Aragorn's grand coronation, everyone is standing in complete silence for the emotional moment. But in the background, one extra can be seen quietly laughing for no clear reason. In The Last Samurai, during a battle scene, Tom Cruise gets off his horse, and it accidentally kicks a nearby extra. Instead of reacting, the extra just takes a small step back and quickly returns to position like nothing happened. It's so subtle that most people didn't even notice it. In The Avengers, during the Chitauri attack on New York, one extra in a blue and white striped shirt is absolutely sprinting down the street like his life depends on it, while everyone else is just lightly jogging. It's unintentionally funny and even more realistic, but it does stand out compared to the rest of the scene. In Back to the Future, during a warm family moment where Christopher Lloyd's Doc Brown is making a big reveal, a young extra in the background quietly steals the scene. While everyone else is focused, the kid looks off camera and subtly points toward his crotch, most likely signaling he really needed a bathroom break. In Teen Wolf, during the big celebration scene after the basketball win, the crowd is going wild in the background, but if you look closely, one extra briefly appears with their pants unzipped and open. It became such a famous background mistake that it was later even parodied on Family Guy.
So as you can see, not only is it not what people thought they saw, it's not even a guy. So, debunked.
In Total Recall, during a scene where a Martian earthquake hits a cafeteria, the shaking effects didn't quite reach the background. So 2 extras improvised, grabbing their own table and chairs and shaking them themselves to sell the chaos. Their DIY effort actually made it into the final cut. In Blazing Saddles, during the chaotic scene where everyone runs out of the studio, one older man casually walks through the street just looking around. In Everything Must Go, while Will Ferrell's character is talking in a front yard, 2 child extras are seen playing on a plastic bench in the background. As the camera slowly pans, both kids suddenly freeze mid-movement. It's almost like they were given the direction, don't do anything distracting, and took it to the extreme, deciding the safest option was to stop moving altogether. In 1917, during a frantic running sequence, an extra accidentally collided with George McKay, knocking him hard to the ground. Since the director was shooting it as a continuous single take, he told everyone to keep rolling. McKay quickly got back up and kept running, and that fall ended up staying in the film. In Midnight Cowboy, while filming on a real New York street, Dustin Hoffman and Jon Voight had to walk through actual traffic. At one point, a taxi suddenly drove through and nearly hit them. The driver had no idea a movie was being filmed. Hoffman reacted instantly, slamming his hand on the cab and shouting,
I'm walking here! I'm walking here! Up yours, you son of a bitch! You don't talk to me that way! Get out of here!
In Star Wars A New Hope, a stormtrooper extra accidentally smacks his head on a doorframe while rushing through a corridor. The moment was so funny and memorable that George Lucas kept it and even added a sound effect in the special edition, turning the mistake into a running joke.
Take over. Need to hit.
In Jaws, during a chaotic beach panic scene where everyone is running from the shark, one extra stands out for the wrong reason. While the crowd is screaming and sprinting away, he casually walks toward the water like he's out for a relaxing stroll. The contrast with the surrounding chaos makes the moment impossible to miss. In Dumb and Dumber, some scenes were shot on real streets with hidden cameras. In one moment after Lloyd leaves a store, 2 real bystanders holding drinks end up in the shot, completely unaware they're being filmed.
Hey guys! Whoa, big gulps, huh? Alright. Well, see you later.
In 3 Men and a Baby, a shadowy figure seen behind a curtain led to a long-running rumor about a ghost on set. But it wasn't anything supernatural, it was just a cardboard standee prop. The eerie look came from the timing, as someone moving nearby made the silhouette seem lifelike on screen. In Scream 2, as Sidney leaves a sorority party after a nearby murder, a random extra adds an odd bit of humor. A guy stumbles out holding a bowl, acting drunk and rolling his eyes, completely clashing with the tense moment, which makes it unintentionally funny.
I have a very great friend in Rome called Biggus Dickus.
In Monty Python's Life of Brian, during a crowd scene, one background extra unexpectedly breaks character and starts laughing for real.
Wait till Biggus Dickus hears of this. Take him away! Oh, sir. No, I want him fighting rabid wild animals within a week. Yes, sir.
Surrounded by people staying serious, he just stands there quietly losing it, clearly reacting to something funny on set. The moment wasn't cut, and fans have pointed him out ever since as one of the most genuine reactions in the film.
Biggus Dickus.
In Ghostbusters, background actors were encouraged to be excited during the parade scene, but one extra went all out. He even managed to shout a line that made it into the final cut and became iconic.
I like that shirt, Brad.
All right!